Hi, I'm Bob Pettis. I co-chairman of the Cal Poly's 1963 float, the Young Man's Fancy, with Ron Simons. The float won first prize Class H for educational entries. The float featured a waterfall, and we wanted it to be a focal point of the parade, which meant we wanted a lot of water coming over it. So we built one and we thought was just stunning. We had switched out the fuel tank the night before the parade started so that we would have enough fuel to go for both pre-parade and also through the parade. Unfortunately, there was some debris in the bottom of the tank, and just as the parade got started, the debris plugged up the fuel line to the water pump, so it wasn't working. If you see that picture of that in the parade, there's no waterfall. But it was awesome. It was beautiful. It didn't work until we got it back to campus and I took a picture of it. The other thing we tried to do was to bring on board, to get the San Luis Obispo campus more involved with the float activities. So we offered them an opportunity to have the young man be from the San Luis Obispo campus. And they sent us down John Agee. John was a senior in agronomy, and he came down with a lot of other people to help him, 15 or 20 other students over the holidays after Christmas to help decorate the float. And John was our young man. The woman was a co-ed from Pomona, and the children were all children of staff members or faculty members at Pomona. The other thing we tried to do was to start upgrading our patches. Our first patch the year prior didn't have anything on except Cal Poly Rose Float, and in 1963 we added a rose on the back. The float was, the patches were significant to us because they helped promote the parade and the Cal Poly float. We used to wear the coveralls to class and also to assemblies just to kind of draw attention to it, and it really worked well. We had a committee of over 100 there at one time. It was very effective. Lastly, our float included a deer and a baby fawn, and they were built in about a one-day period by two engineering students from Pomona, Danny Morostica and Chuck Tanner. And then they were paper mache'd, and it was an all-night affair. When we finally got done with it about daylight the next day, I took a picture of them just as we finished them, and we had a light on them, so they looked like they had just been born, just created, and they had.